So, Bobby McGuire, welcome to the Karthik Gurunathan show.
I'm glad to be here.
How are you doing? How's your day?
Oh, very good, very good. It's a Thursday. My mom's birthday's tomorrow, so
damn.
It's also Easter weekend.
Happy birthday, Mrs. McGuire.
I'll let her know.
Yeah. So, dude, I'm excited to have you here. So, Bobby is kind of many things rolled into one. He is he's a business owner. He runs his own clothing brand called O530, and he also has significant clout in the personal training sphere, which is really cool. I want to know more about all of that, but before that, where's my shirt?
Where's your shirt? Your hoodie? I got it right here.
Whoa!
I have your large sand American Iron Athletics. They're one of the original sweatshirts.
Dude, I want to wear it right away, dude. So this is what you call it, right? You used to you call it the O530 now, right?
Yeah.
And why is it called the O530?
It's actually so it used to be American Iron Athletics.
Okay.
But a little bit more digging around, I kind of saw that name was kind of taken.
Okay.
So, and I was trying to make more designs, but they all kind of just started getting more similar and similar.
Okay.
And there was I was very limited on what I could make a design for, right? So, O530 came about, and they're kind of tag along the same lines, about waking up. So O530 is 5:30 in the morning for military time. And that I've been waking up at 5:30 or 4 o'clock a.m. in the morning, probably since 6th or 7th grade. So, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You've been getting up at like 5:30 like since 6th grade?
Yeah, probably 7th grade. Yeah.
What kind of a life is that?
Yeah, my mom thought I was psychotic.
Oh, damn. Dude, I like the hoodie. It's very...
It looks great on you.
I like it. It's nice. It's nice. I like the rebranding as well. I like that. So you've so you have been waking up at 5:30 since 6th grade?
Yeah.
You do that like every day?
Yeah.
And when do you go to bed?
In college, I can go to bed around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, still wake up.
Fuck.
But normally during my busy times of my week, I try to go to bed around I'm asleep by 10:30.
Wow.
And I can fall asleep instantly. It's crazy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dude, I think it's because you've sort of conditioned yourself to get up at a certain time.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just you sort of have to fall asleep. Your body is sort of programmed to fall asleep at a certain time.
Yeah.
Dude, but that's insane. So you do this day on day.
Yeah, I would say about 98%. I mean, sometimes on a Saturday I would, I'd treat myself to sleeping in, but during the week I'm always up.
Dude, that's insane.
Mm-hmm.
So what, you get up and you do cold water showers?
I used to do that all the time.
That sucks.
Yeah, it sucks, but at the end of the week you feel a lot better after you take after a course of a month or two. Cold showers, they're truly amazing.
I see. Dude, that's insane. So you have been you've been fascinated with the military, with the army for quite a bit, right?
Exactly.
Since you were a kid.
Yeah.
And you decided to join the Navy.
I did.
So tell us more about what happened.
Yeah, so that also is why I wake up at 5:30 in the morning. Okay. So 7th grade is when American Sniper, the movie, came out. Yeah. Chris Kyle.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so I was in love with that movie.
Okay.
And that was the next day I knew, Mom, I'm going to be a Navy SEAL. I want to be a Navy SEAL. Be the most badass person in this entire world. But yeah, so I went to a lot of Navy trainings. I went to the Naval Academy for a few Navy SEAL wrestling camps for 2-3 weeks throughout the course of 2-3 years.
Okay.
Then high school came, and that was all 7th grade and 8th grade, the military training, or the Navy SEAL at the academy. So then freshman year of high school starts, and my mom knew this one. My mom was a high school teacher. She taught this one kid that was in this Navy program called the Naval Sea Cadets.
Okay.
So eventually my mom got me into that program, and I went to basic training, recruit training out in California.
Oh, nice.
So that was like, I forget how many weeks it was, but that was awesome. At the end of the week, I became the honor cadet of my, recruit battalion at the time. So it was a great time. And then after recruit, I just kept doing different trainings. I did some just some stuff in Michigan. I've been all over the place with all that. I've been to Maine for all that stuff. And then eventually I started applying for colleges, and I knew I wanted to do the military, right? So I did not want the Naval Academy because I'm not an uptight person like that. And I
do other things as well. You want to explore
exactly.
Well. I see.
And so eventually I applied for a Navy RTC scholarship.
Wow.
So eventually I got that. I got a 4-year national ROTC scholarship to Penn State. And I knew I took it right away.
Okay.
Next thing you know, I come to school freshman year of college now, and I had a great time. But when I was going through these classes, these Navy classes, and as I'm a mechanical engineer, so 2 different worlds kind of. So kind of caught up to me. So I was just really busy all the time, and also like the Navy classes, like there was nothing in the Navy I really actually wanted to do. And I was a part of the Navy SEAL club here for RTC. So I worked out with the Navy SEAL guys that wanted to be Navy SEALs when they were older. So I knew I didn't want to be a Navy SEAL at that time too, freshman year, just because I would have had to work out every like day in, day out. So eventually I left the program after Thanksgiving because I kind of want to go Army. So I have so much of my time left to decide what I really want to do.
Yeah, correct. So right now you're training to be in the Army, is it?
Yeah, right now what I'm doing now is just focusing on school and just enjoying my 20s, like just having a good time, meeting just making connections. And then if or when I get a calling again, I will most likely do Army through OCS. So I want to become an officer no matter what.
Sorry, what's OCS?
So OCS is Officer Candidate School, and pretty much ROTC is kind of like that. ROTC is 4 years of OCS, right? Kind of. I mean, OCS is just like whatever you learn in ROTC, but cut down in like 12 weeks, like right then and there. Or something like I don't know how long it actually is, but OCS is a way to become an officer in any branch.
I see. So you became an OC. I mean, you want to become an OCS, and you already have a little bit of ROTC training, right? Because you went to basic and things like that. So you're going to use that as well for your OCS.
Yeah, I mean, I have tons of just teen military stuff, kind of like Boy Scout sort of stuff, So like I know a lot of the military bearings and stuff like that. Okay.
So when you came into Penn State, you were already pretty fit, is it? Because you had an ROTC scholarship and you had like I'm guessing impeccable lifting stats and things like that. So, dude, that's amazing. So you started doing this. How old were you when you started lifting?
I would always see myself at the gym and like actually it's funny, my gym back at home called Superfit in Conshohocken, Pennsylvania, it used to have like a daycare, right? So my dad, since I was a little kid, he would just throw me in that daycare, and like right when I was a little kid, so they all knew me growing up, and I eventually started going there when I was about, I don't know, 13, 14, maybe a little bit later, but yeah, I've always, like, when I wanted to be a Navy SEAL, right? Like, after watching American Sniper in 7th grade, all of those workouts until about junior or sophomore year of high school were more of, like, disciplinary workouts. So, more, like, run and, like, try to murder yourself every day.
And you weren't, like, super happy with that, is it?
I mean, that's what that training made me who I am today. That's how I have so much discipline, motivation, everything like that. So
Okay.
I love that kind of stuff. But
Okay.
but then I just started getting more into power building, which is, you know, a mix of powerlifting and bodybuilding. That was around junior or senior year of high school, and that's also when I became a certified personal trainer along those lines too.
Oh, so you became a personal trainer when you were in high school?
Right when I turned 18, and then it was it during COVID? I think it was during COVID when I was like, "Hey, Mom, I just spent $1,500 on a online course to become a trainer." And she's like, "All right, good." And
Wow.
yeah, then senior year I had about 8 clients.
What?
Yeah.
So you were training folks when you were in senior year of high school?
Yep.
And who are these people? Were they like your friends from high school?
A few of them were my friends, and a few of them were parents of my friends.
Okay.
And then I also had some workouts at the beach. I had group lifts at the beach, or like
What?
group group workout sessions, like running on the beach, swimming. I'm also a beach lifeguard,
Okay.
so you know, I can save, like I'm good in emergency situations too.
Okay.
So just in case someone was, I don't know, dirty swim, someone got in trouble, I'd be there. So we did swims on the beach, runs on the beach, buddy carries on the beach. So yeah, I love just, you know, helping people achieve their goals as well as mine.
Wow. And you're talking about two different demographics that came out to the beach with you. One is like all these young kids who are like 18, 17, 18. And there were also these folks who were like 40, 50 who were the parents of these kids. So you would basically have both of them run around the beach and swim.
Yeah, those were the summer lists, and then when it was like during the actual school year, they were more of in like gym lifts and stuff like that.
Okay. And you would physically train them. It's not like you just get on a call and be like, hey, eat like 30 grams of protein and you're good.
Yeah, no, I did. Yeah, I'm not certified in like nutrition and stuff like that, so I can't really, like, legally, I can't really I can give them suggestions, right? But I can't like, hey, you eat this today. You know, like I can't.
Fair enough.
So, but I can do anything when it comes to working out with their workouts, stuff like that. So, you know, I'd have a consultant meeting with them, go over what their goals are. We'd talk it over, and then I'll come back with, you know, maybe a week after I had everything planned out, and I'll be like, all right, this is what we're going to do this week, and then and then we're going to check your results at week 8 and stuff like that. So,
I love that. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and you were sort of very, what shall I say, handsy when it comes to these trainings. You actually would look at them and think.
Yeah, I would be there, help them out, help them with form, especially the younger kids, like freshmen in high school. That I would help to.
And how did you learn your form? Like,
I don't really know how. I kind of just like, you kind of just fix it along the way.
Okay.
I would also take videos, and I would take a tons of videos. My storage would always be backed up with just me either being shirtless or me lifting heavy ass weight. So
okay, got it.
Yeah.
And you've been you started doing this when you were like 15 or something, not 15, younger, right?
Yeah, around that time.
Okay, dude, that's insane. That's insane. So I actually think America is sort of going full circle here, because when my first time to the US was in 2021 when I came here, right?
Yeah.
And there is a perception in the rest of the world that America is quite obese, and I think that's how it was at some point. But then I feel like people are starting to make these proactive steps, take these steps to ensure that obesity is not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
And I've seen that in a lot of gyms in America, and I've visited a lot of gyms, and I try to lift, but then I don't end up lifting too consistently in any of these gyms. Because when I did travel around, so I've traveled like 21 states in the US. So each time I go to a new state, I try to check out the gyms, and there is a lot of people who lift, and they're all super fucking fit. That's amazing. That's really cool, man. And I think Penn State is like out there, dude. Like, you go to any gym in Penn State, you don't see anybody who's like traditionally unfit.
Yeah.
I feel like people are born lifting when you like come to Penn State.
Yeah, I mean, we have a huge bodybuilding club here.
Yeah.
I was a part of that. There's a powerlifting. There's tons of clubs. But I mean, hey, it was a beautiful day this week, so a lot of kids were out there playing football, basketball, anything like that. But yeah, I mean, as America as a whole, we do have a problem when it comes to obesity. And I think it has gotten better. And I actually made this sweat. This is the latest apparel drop, 0530.
Okay.
On the back, it says change your habits.
Okay.
So people are changing their habits for the good of themselves, from just themselves. And, I think, I don't know, social media is also a big problem when it comes to, all that just like obesity stuff, because you try to like compare yourself to others and stuff like that, so it kind of causes a problem. Social media causes a problem in that regard. But see, I hate social media. I don't have any notifications on my phone turned on, so yeah, unless only my text messages are on. But like Snap, TikTok, Instagram, like I don't really care for anybody if you want to talk to me, you can call me or like text me and stuff like that.
Fair enough. Yeah. I think that's how it was 20 years ago. So I think it's not too difficult to go there.
Yeah.
So I think, I completely agree, dude. Like, the funny part is I was actually browsing my phone yesterday and I was just like trying to, like, I'm having this conversation with this one guy who wasn't responding very quickly. And when I ended up when I was waiting for him, right, I had these like multiple cycles of dopamine boost. And I'm sort of waiting for this guy to respond. And I'm just like, what the hell? Like, that is so stupid. Like, why am I waiting for someone to respond?
Yeah.
I don't have my notifications on. So the funny part is I actually had to log into the app and I was just like looking out to check. And that is so bad. And I find myself not as addicted as the average person. And there's me who's doing these stupid things, waiting for people to actually text back and things like that. I'm like, dude, there's no way I'm gonna do this anymore.
Yeah,
that is so stupid.
Yeah, and people ask me how I can go to bed so fast. It's because I don't have any notifications on, and once I'm in bed around at least 30, or at least right when I go to bed, I turn off my phone, put it right next to me, charging, and I know I just lean over and just don't pick up your phone.
Okay.
Don't watch anything right before bed on your phone, and that's how you can go to bed really quick. So,
dude, that's actually the happiest people are the ones who sleep early and sleep quick.
Yeah, I'm not a night owl. I mean, I can be, but I still have fun. I go out. But in high school, I would probably go to bed around like 9 and be asleep by 9:30.
Damn.
So my mom knows when I'm about to go to bed, because she always calls me around like 9:30 even now, because she knows I'm about to go to bed.
Got it. That's very smart. Very smart.
Yeah,
that's very cool. So, dude, what's your workout schedule like? Do you like have multiple workouts in a day? So I have seen your Instagram. It's pretty lit in terms of just the lifting stats and how you're able to sort of keep that chiseled sort of form up. How many workouts do you do?
So right now I'm currently just doing one a day, Monday through Friday, sometimes Saturday. But in high school, I would have 2 workouts a day. I would have one in the morning at 5 o'clock in the morning, and then I would also have one right when I would get home.
Wow.
And they would hit. I was crazy. I would just want to destroy my body as much as I could, because I thought I was the toughest kid you'll ever meet. And I thought, that's how I'd get more discipline and stuff like that. But
it did help you, right?
Oh, it did help me. Yeah. It made me who I am today. But yeah, usually I do cardio about 3 times a week, sometimes 2. But my cardio is pretty much just walking on a treadmill at an incline right after a lifting session.
Oh, right after a lifting session. I see. Okay.
And I normally during the summers is when I'm down the beach. I have a beach house in Ocean City, New Jersey. So that's when I do a lot of my running and swimming. And I'm going to start swimming now because I got to get ready for this summer. So,
dude, I swim like pretty regularly. I suck at swimming. Yeah. So I the thing about swimming is it's basically everything that I fundamentally hate. For one, I feel like the temperature in American pools is kind of colder than what I'm used to. So I tend to have to push myself to actually go in and swim. And when I do it, there's this sense of, oh my god, I've achieved something in life. And the funny part is, yesterday I went to the white building and it was pretty warm out there. The water was pretty warm and I did not like it. I'm just now at this point used to the cold. I'm just used to it because I just have this feedback loop where I'm like, okay, you know what, the cold is sort of what motivates you. So that's super weird. But do you swim in the net or like the white building? Or?
I swim. I swim at the one where like the club swim team swims.
The Natito.
Right? That one.
McGuire. So you are you part of the team?
No, I'm not a swimmer at all, actually. I was never on a swim team, stuff like that. So when I told my mom I made the beach patrol, she was like, that's crazy. Because I was going up against like college student swimmers. But yeah, in my tryout, I tried out 5 years ago. This is going to be my 5th summer as a beach lifeguard.
So every summer you do this, is it?
So every summer you have to do a recertification, and you always have a swim and you always have a run.
That's insane.
But the actual tryout was 5 years ago. I had to swim 1,000 meters. I had to swim 500 meters out, straight out in the middle of the ocean, and then straight back in. And it was also high tide. The tide was coming in, so the buoys and stuff were just not 500 meters out, so they were definitely further. And I just remember just swimming, and I was like, shark, don't eat me. But I made it. I came in like 25th out of like 68, 78 kids. So
that's insane.
I swam pretty fine for not being a swimmer.
That's insane. Wow, dude.
Yeah.
And you said you started 5 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Why did you start? Is it because you had a beach house, or is it because you saw the girls out there and you're like, I need this?
The girls are amazing there, so that's definitely a reason I joined. But it's also, I had a beach house there since I was in middle school. So I grew up on those beaches in Ocean City. So eventually, when I turned 17, I was like, hell, I'm just going to try out. Just do it, get a job down the beach. It's going to be the best job, and it is the best job a teen/20-year-old could ever have. So
yeah. And you weren't in college then. You were just in high school then. So you had your summer free for yourself. So you're like, might as well be alive.
Yeah, so I started that the summer going into junior year. So I guess after sophomore year of high school.
Dude, wow. So I have this very fabled perception of lifeguards. They're the kind of people who have absolutely lit bodies, who have absolutely lit lives, and they're the ones that every girl ever wants to be with in the beach. And then they basically don't care about anything. They don't care about college and things like that. That's but then you just did it for a summer, and then you were like, I need to get like serious with studies and things like that.
Yeah.
Dude, wow, that is so funny because most of my perception is from that Zac Efron movie, Baywatch.
Oh my god, I love that movie. Yeah.
That's how I built my perception of lifeguards. But the ones in Penn State are kind of mellow, dude. They're just like out there living their life. So do you lifeguard at Penn State as well? Or?
Nah, I could not lifeguard a pool. After working on the beach, I used to work as a lifeguard at a pool. But then I kind of just like stopped going because it just wasn't. It was kind of boring for me, and I like action. I don't like sitting down that often. So I just did my beach lifeguard gig, and I'm gonna do it this year, and it's probably gonna be my last year, which is kind of sad. But I had a great time. I'm excited for this. I mean, had tons of rescues, tons of events that have happened, and the girls there are amazing too. Met a few all over the country. One of them's in Arizona. I'm in love with her.
Nice.
But yeah, she's awesome. I got other ones, but we're all not like. I mean, girls are sweet, but I'm a nice guy, so like I'm not gonna like be mean to like the girls and stuff like that, So
that's what happens when you handle multiple women.
I know. I used to be bad, but I'm not. Yeah, my mom taught me well. I'm a mama's boy, so she taught me well. So
That's nice. That's nice.
yeah.
That's nice. So these girls are lifeguards themselves, or they're just like people who like frequent them?
Yeah. So those are a lot of the girls I know. Those girls on the patrol, they're all great girls. They're they're my friends, but the girls we would just pick up on the beach. It makes the day go by fast. So you see a group of girls walking from your south. You give them like I don't know, like a sunscreen bottle or something like that, and then you send that sunscreen bottle up with the girls to the next lifeguard stand. It'll be like, hey, can you give this to the guard up there? And then the guard will just like chirp up the girls and then invite them to a lifeguard party or stuff like that. So yeah, it's kind of just like a game. It's kind of a fun game.
Dude, wow. Is that how lifeguards pick up?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I need to see this.
Yeah.
I'm going to come over to your
Yeah, you should. I mean, and also I never have a shirt on, and down the beach I'm tan, I'm dark as heck during the summer, so it's I like showing it all.
I hear you. That helps with the girls.
Oh yeah.
So is that your motivation for like lifting or a good body? Is it the girls? Or is it the I don't think there are too many other tangible benefits.
Yeah. I mean it's nice looking good for the girls. And also I'm not, girls love 6'3" guys, so I'm definitely not 6'3". I'm like 5'6" or something like that. So I gotta look good somehow, right? I don't got the height advantage. I got the nice personality, but I gotta do a little bit more, and also on that regard for the girls, right? But at the end of the day, it's all for me, and just to make my mom proud. And protect the ones I love.
Got it. You're on the market, right? So my viewers can look out for Bobby.
That's me.
So yeah. So I want to ask you a little bit about who you take on as clients when it comes to your body. What do you call that? Personal training. So do you do that now? Do you actively have clients right now?
So I do not have any active, one-on-one or group in-person lifts because, I'm busy. However, I have, usually during the summers, I will make online programs, right? Okay. So I'll create like a 8 to 12 week program. I just made one for what I used to do, power building. So I made that one and I'll send it out. So right now I'm just kind of just like, hey, who needs a program? I made this, and I'll just send it off. Okay. And everyone has loved it, so.
Oh, I see. So you just make it like open source. Anybody can access it, essentially.
Right? They will have to pay for it.
They'll have to pay for it. Got it.
But it's like $30.
That's super reasonable. So you send them this list of lifts to do, and then you don't monitor their form or anything at that point. But then if they decide to become your personal client, at that point you basically are like, okay, send me videos or whatever. Dude, I love that. So I have this, I obviously talk about this quite a bit. I am not one to have fitness in my routine. Which is weird, because here's the thing, I'm starting to see this pattern, and I was talking to my grandmom about this yesterday. There's a lot of, so when I came to the US and I saw the gyms here, right? The gym culture was such that people are super helpful to you. They just like help you lift, and I'm like very curious. So when I see a new exercise, I'm like, what is this called? Then I just go ask this random person who's like, I don't know, who's just like in the middle of sets. And these people are really nice. The gym bros are really nice people, like as opposed to what people think.
Yeah, we're all there to help each other out.
Exactly, that's right. So that's pretty much the perception, and they're obviously like super they're subject matter experts when it comes to lifting, right? And I'm not, and they know, obviously you can see that I'm like sort of struggling. They're super nice, but I back at home, back in India, that's not what I was used to. I felt like people would sort of unwittingly come to help you, which kinda is not great, because you're not asking for help, and they would give you tips on what to eat, how to like lift and things like that, which is like exactly what I don't want, because I don't want your help, which is nice. I love American gym culture, but you know what, I feel like a lot of kids here, a lot of white and black kids and Hispanic kids in the US who are sort of born in the US tend to lift a lot.
Oh yeah.
And I'm talking about kids who are like between 18 to 25.
Oh yeah.
The Chinese Americans are starting to lift.
Mm-hmm.
There's one demographic that doesn't lift too much: the Indian American.
Hey, you could be the change.
I could be the change, but I'm technically I'm Indian, so it's more like
That's true.
the issue is I don't like, dude, my cohort, right, my entire sort of friend circle, we don't actively think of lifting as a thing. I need to go get a lift is not something you would hear too often.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I need to get work done, study. Those are things that I need to taste.
Well, wake up early.
Exactly. Yeah, that kind of pisses me off, dude. I really want to change that. I really want to change that because, and the best part is, I'm not the most consistent kid in town. Like, I try very hard to go on a diet. I go on a diet for a week and then I stop, and then I binge. And I don't I have very, very erratic sleep schedule, so I just tend to like sleep at, I don't know, like 3 and get up at like 7, and I have all sorts of weird sleep combinations.
Change your habits. That's what this sweatshirt is, man.
I agree. Sometimes I feel like I need to change my habits, but it's just that I don't know. There are too many habits to change, and I'm like, should I even be changing this? Because sometimes I tend to be very productive at nights. I'm a night owl. I'm the stereotypical night owl. So 12 to 3 is where I'm like, my brain's exploding.
Oh my god. That could never be me.
And that's good. That's super good, right? So, excuse me. And the worst part is, nobody in my family is like this. Like, I don't see any traits of it being a familial thing. I think it's more like a nurture thing. So I'm just like, maybe I should just like change it, and then that would incorporate a more sort of positive lifting schedule, more positive perspective towards lifting. And one of the best times I had lifting was when I was in Arkansas for the summer. I pretty much lifted my entire way through for like 2 months, and I could see changes. I could see changes. My body fat percentage decreased by 5%, which is kind of non-trivial, right?
Yeah.
Dude, so that's when I want to go back to it. It's so interesting to do this, man. I love lifting.
So this we gotta do. You gotta take it one step at a time, right? You said you have too many things. You don't know what to do.
Yep, that's right.
Just change something small. You know, change something small. Maybe, hey, I'll go to the gym once a week. Once a week, every single Monday, or every single, whatever day works best for you, right?
Okay.
So you start that off, do that, and then eventually you'll be like, all right, I got the hang of this. Let's make it 2, and then 3, and then next thing you know, you're going consistently. And then for waking up early, I would wake up, you know, you gotta wake up consistent for at least 5 days straight.
Okay.
At least 5 days straight, for about 2 weeks, and then you'll eventually get in a routine.
Fair.
So it's all about, hey, it's gonna suck now, but it's gonna get way better down the line, and it's also gonna help you. Like for me, I wake up at 5:30 or 5, whenever I want to, and I get work done, whatever I need. Maybe, hey, I got designs to make for the apparel brand, or I gotta do this quick thing for school, and then at 6:30 I go to the gym, and now I'm already up before everyone else, right? So I'm already like 2 hours ahead so far, and I'm going to the gym now. I'm even further ahead of everybody, and you just gotta do that. You just gotta just gotta have discipline. You know, everyone needs some discipline in life. And
I hear you.
So yeah, just take it easy. You know, you don't gotta kill yourself over. You can just go, hey, one day a week, every Monday, I'll wake up and I'll go to the gym.
I hear you. I think the one day thing is something that I've never done, because I go all out. I do these lifestyle changes all of a sudden for like 2 weeks, and then it crashes, which is like super dumb, because when you do it gradated like the way you say, I think it makes a lot of sense, because then it becomes like your body has time to sort of get used to it.
Exactly. Right? Yeah.
I think that's a really cool suggestion, man. I should do that.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, but hey, here's the thing. You don't just go to the gym and you don't just lift. It's not just about the body for you. You also run a company, right? So 0530, yeah, like you said, military time, and then it sort of came out of your patriotic sort of fervor, and things like that. Now tell me a little more about 310. Is that
Oh, Engineering 310,
Yeah,
the class.
Engineering 310.
Mhm.
And I know Brad is the guy who teaches you
Yeah,
everything, right?
great
so
professor.
I wanted to call Brad in. So I know I keep talking to Brad once in a while. So I want to have Brad on,
Mhm.
and I want to sort of brainstorm how he comes up with this. But tell me more about what are the two projects you did. So just to give my viewers some perspective, 310 is basically one of those courses that's very hands-on. You have two components to the course. One's an actual startup, and the other is a service, right?
Yeah.
One's a product and a service.
Yeah.
So for your product, you basically that's the sweater brand, right? That's the
Yeah.
0530 brand.
Yeah.
So what's the other one?
So this is pretty much the only one we actually made money off of. But so the service one, what was that one? That was, I think you just had to create a website and just like promote some sort of service. I think my service was, hey, let me be your consultant for, or not, let me give me your videos for me to edit your videos. So, if you pay me, I can create any cinematic videos you want. So that was that one, but you just needed it for the grade pretty much.
Okay.
But this one is like the most fun. This was where you could act. This was the only class where you make money here at Penn State, which is awesome.
So how did you make money?
So this class I took was last fall. It was last fall.
Okay.
And Brad, the professor, it was like maybe 2-3 weeks into the semester, pretty early, and he's like, hey guys, this is our first project, but it's going to go on all the way until the very last week while we also do other stuff. So he gave us the guidelines on what to do. You can't drop ship, you have to create your own designs, you have to create an e-commerce store, and you have to sell your product, and you also have to make $100 of profit by the end of the semester.
Wow.
Yeah. So I knew, like, I've had multiple businesses kind of throughout the year or throughout my lifetime. So I went straight to Alibaba. You know what Alibaba is?
Yep.
The Chinese it's
retailer,
like it's like a China just cheap stuff it's good stuff that you can get for really cheap, and then you can sell it for a very high profit margin. So instantly this first day Brad told me, I went home and I had tons of ideas, and then eventually I came up with American Iron.
Okay.
I just got instantly right to work. Like, I would be up, I'd be talking to Alibaba, I would be up at like 3 o'clock in the morning because China has a different time zone. So I'd be up even earlier and just give them the stuff. And usually China or Alibaba, their process takes months. But I did not have that time. So I was urging them. I was like, hey, I need this sweatshirt. I need a sample within a week.
Wait, what do you mean by you need wait, isn't Alibaba like a Amazon but in China?
You could do that, but those shipping times take forever. And I just couldn't, and I wanted to get inventory and stuff like that. Like, it takes forever.
Why not locally source it in the US?
That was expensive.
Oh.
That was really expensive. I mean, I dropped, on Alibaba, I'd probably dropped $1,800.
What?
Yeah, I dropped $1,800. But however, eventually I got, within 2 months of me, with me designing clothes, eventually getting them in inventory. And then by October is when I officially launched. And
you got these clothes pre-designed. So this was there, the logo was there, everything was there.
No, I designed all that.
So you just got the fabric from Alibaba and then you printed all of this.
They printed all that.
Oh, they printed.
They would print it all.
You would print you would make the design and you would send it to them. And
Exactly.
Like, hey, you know what? Do this.
Yeah, and that's how it works.
Oh, okay. Now I see why Alibaba is there in the first place. Okay, got it. So you're saying an American company wouldn't be able to, first of all, do it at the same timelines with the same price, and also with the kind of flexibility of having your designs on the shirt.
Yeah, I mean, it's the American stuff. I just didn't have enough time. Because I was already talking to Alibaba. I tried reaching out to this one company. I forget the name of it. But they took them a week to get back to me. Meanwhile, I already created a few designs with Alibaba, and also they sent me the American company, they sent me, like a price mock-up on what it would cost me, and it was probably $3,000 more than Alibaba. So I was like, all right, this is, if I get this thing huge, then I'll change it to higher quality stuff and everything like that, and I'll use an American supplier.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, October I officially launched, and within the first week I had over $600 in total sales, and then by the end of the project I made maybe over $200 or $2,000 in total sales and close to $600 in total profit.
What?
Yeah.
And who did you sell this to?
Tons of my friends. They all loved it. I sold to some of my friends across the country. There's a few random guys here and there. But yeah, I was kind of obnoxious with it, because the way we, run that project, bless you, the way we run that project is, it's more of a selling project, right? You're not there to market it. You're there to sell a product, right? So you don't have time to market stuff like that during that project. You're just get out there and sell. So I would wear that sweatshirt everywhere I went. People would come up to me, hey, where you get that? I'd be like, hey, right here, American Iron. That's my clothing line. And so yeah.
Is that how you got Will Gardenier? That's a genius, dude.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah,
he's awesome.
That's interesting. So you did this, and then you got this whole thing up and running, and this is your own sort of clothing thing, right? This is your own clothing line.
Yeah.
Now, after the class sort of ended, you've still been able to make sales. It's not like it was just for the class and you're done, right? So tell me more about that.
Yeah. So you go into this, this project, right? And you want to go in there and be like, hey, I want to make this amazing. I want to keep going with it. Some kids don't go with it, but I was that one kid that was like, hey, I already have a Shopify account. I already have all these clothes. Let's just make it even. Let's just keep going. Let's just keep going with this. I made all that money back, and I made profit off of it. So
fair.
I was chilling, but yeah. So I kept going. I kept going with it because I just love making designs, and stuff like that. And this semester has been kind of slow, just because I haven't really. This was the latest one. That I made. So this semester has been busy as heck, but this summer I plan on getting like my own logo design, like screen printing machine. So I hope to get that, so I can I could lower the prices on some of the stuff that I have.
Got it. And you still source it from Alibaba, right?
Right now I'm sourcing stuff from Printful.
What's that?
Printful is kind of like a print on demand sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dude, so I want to play the devil's advocate for a bit.
Let's go.
I'm going to ask you a question that might make you uncomfortable. So you are talking about an American patriotic theme.
Yeah.
So why are you sourcing things from Alibaba?
That's what, dude. I know. I get that all the time. And I was like, well, I don't know. I want to change it. Like, I'm going to change it eventually. But, yeah, I found that funny, and it also saved me some money going to China with that stuff. So they were all great people I worked with in Alibaba. the text they would send me is hilarious. This one girl that I was in contact with, actually, for those sweatshirts. I'd be like, she would be like, I would give her an idea, and then she would be like, "Good morning, sweetheart." And like send like weird emojis, and she'd be like, "Anything for you, my friend." It's so funny. I love talking to them. It's so funny.
Oh, dude, you should call her to your beach house.
Yeah, I should. I forget her name though. I gotta figure that out.
Yeah, dude.
They're hilarious.
So if I were you, I would answer it in two ways. This is just like me thinking, right? One would be, here's the thing. I just want to like sell American patriotism as a brand, and it doesn't matter to me. Like my clients, I mean my customers are the ones who want to sort of buy American patriotic stuff. As much as I'm sort of invested in it, it's not like I honestly care too much about it. It's just like I want to ensure that my clients sort of have what they want. That's one way to answer it. And the other one would be, here's the thing: American patriotism is sort of inextricably closely linked to market economy. So I want to sort of bolster the open market tendencies of the pre-existing sort of communist world. And I think that would be sort of an acceptable answer. But I think I like what you're saying. You're saying here's the thing, it got done, and that's what I care about.
Exactly.
And,
I mean, I also made everything within, like, from the time Brad pitched the idea or to the project to the class, by the time we had the next class, I already had tons of designs. I was way over my head, and I probably was already had stuff in the process of like cooking up. So I didn't really have. I just wanted to get it done because I was super excited.
Dude, that's so funny. But here's the thing: I don't want people to think that the Karthik Gurunathan pod only hosts people who do t-shirts, because it's so funny. Yesterday I had Anish. I don't know if you know Anish. She was in your class as well.
Oh yeah.
310. That kid does shirts as well. His business model is a little different than yours. But dude, like, you guys are so niche. You might do shirts, but it's like super different.
Any clothing is the hardest thing to get into.
Oh, you think so?
Oh, it's because they're so like, clothing niche is very hard to like be successful in it.
Okay.
Because there's so many. Everybody wants a clothing line, right? Everybody wants a clothing line.
Got it.
So everyone's gonna keep trying. And clothing, for me, it's kind of just like why is this sweatshirt, like, what's the value in this sweatshirt, right?
Yeah,
that's pretty much the big question. And when I get asked that, I'm like, I mean, I made it, so that's the value. But it's really hard to find some value in sweatshirts and stuff like that. So you have to have a story that goes with it.
Dude, your story is amazing.
Thank you.
When I saw a Will in your stall, right, that day, I kind of knew it was worth its meat. Dude, I love that guy. That guy is like up there, dude. I follow him. Such an inspiration.
Oh, he's
like,
amazing.
Dude, he's the most sort of no holds bar person I ever know. He's just like, I'm gonna do this and I don't even give a shit what happens. It's like, dude, I love that. So shout out to you, Will. The other thing that I want to talk about is, wait, you're doing mechanical engineering, right? So you're running your business, you're a beach lifeguard, you are a personal trainer, you're a lifter, you post all of these sort of pseudo raunchy pictures on Instagram. What's happening in the frat sphere? Dude, you're an army guy. You're all like motivated and stuff like that. How do the frats fit in? You don't fit into the stereotypical frat kid image. When I was a freshman, I did not want to join a fraternity at all. I did not want. I didn't even go to any of the Rush events. Do you know what Rush is? Yes, I think I do.
So
it's a thing. It's like the initiation to a frat, right?
So Rush week is when all the houses are pretty much. Well, the first day, all the houses are open, right? So you can go to any of them pretty much. And then throughout the week, the different houses will invite you back.
Okay.
For different events, and then by the end of that week, you'll get bids, and then you can accept a bid to that frat.
You will accept a bid from the frat, is it?
Yeah, and then after you accept your bid, then you go through their process.
And you pay them for that, is it? You pay them to be in that frat, is it?
You have to pay dues, yeah.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so I did not like frats because the stereotypical, they're all douches, stuff like that. It's actually not. I mean, of course, there's gonna be some guys like that, right? There's always guys like that everywhere you go.
That's right.
But when I was going through this Russia week, I went to a few different houses, and then some of these houses, like, I just couldn't be myself. I had to be a whole different person. So, of course, I didn't go to any of those houses. I went to the house that Sigma Alpha Epsilon SAE. I grew up with a lot of those guys there, and they're all great guys. All great guys. So now I'm secretary of that fraternity.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're in?
I got initiated this past fall.
Okay.
I rushed last fall.
Okay, so you were a junior when you rushed. You're still a junior then.
I'm actually a sophomore.
You're a sophomore.
Yeah,
Okay, got it. So you that sophomore year is when most people rush it.
Yeah, a lot of sophomores rush.
Got it. And so you chose this frat because you have friends out there who you grew up with.
Yeah, and they're also. I mean, my mom was also skittish about me joining frat. Right, she was so skittish, but then. Eventually she met the guys and she loves them. She loves the guys.
Okay.
Because they're all good guys. And I would not, you surround yourself with people kind of like you, and some of them are like me. And I felt more of a connection with these guys than any other. And I'm there to, I was there for the connections and, getting some leaderships.
Yeah, and a little bit of fun as well.
Yeah, a little bit of fun as well.
Right.
Yeah,
I think that's important. You need to have fun. And I know a lot of kids who are like, I mean, just like yourself, who are like super successful, who also go to frat, which is like super cool because they get to balance both of it. And it's important to have fun, at least.
Yeah, and the whole thing about fraternities is that it's not all about partying. That's probably one of the side things, right? But we raise tons of money for Thon. We do so much like involvement with the community, and we just do a lot that that doesn't really get publicly announced.
Okay.
You just hear all these bad things about frats, and I hate that. I don't like any of these stories we're hearing, and that's never going to be my frat because we will all step up. But it's just so sad what people have gone through with fraternities. So
I hear you.
I want to try to change that culture a little bit too.
And dude, that's what I'm saying. Like people like you in fraternities is kind of what should be the case because you're super responsible, super high on discipline and things like that. And I think conscientious. That's very important. I think that changes everything, right? So you live in that frat house, is it? You don't live.
I actually don't.
So you don't have much overlap with the frat.
You kind of do. You kind of don't. I don't know. It's kind of. So our fraternity house, it's called the Ranch, right? It's right now Phi Sigma Sigma is living in it, which is a sorority, right? So they've been living in it for 4 years.
Okay.
But we're taking it back from them. Okay. This coming summer. So the housing rules have been like kind of iffy sometimes because like you have to like live in the minimum of like 2 years or something like that. But obviously I'm already signed a lease for next year, so I can even live in the house next year. So I'll probably live in it my senior year. So everything is kind of weird when it comes to. I mean, different fraternities have different requirements for that stuff, but ideally you'd want to live in the house at least 2 years.
Okay. Fair enough. So you're planning to live there for your junior and senior year, or just at least for your senior year?
Yeah, because I want to get a higher position in leadership.
In the frat, like a president or something.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
So each frat is kind of founded on some principle, right? What are yours?
I mean, scholarship, friendship, and we're pretty much based on being a gentleman. Our thing is the true gentleman, so we try to uphold the values and everything that relates to a gentleman. Got it. That's pretty much the basis of what we're founded on.
Got it.
Not sure how deep I can go with all that stuff, but we're meant to be respectful to anybody. We're there for anybody and everybody. Doesn't matter your race, anything like that.
Fair enough.
And like we're those guys that will open the car door for a woman. So I mean, that's what I'm gonna inspire the young kids when they come in to do that. Be the guy that opens the car door. So that's what I want my guys to be like. So
got it. I see. I hear you. I like that. That's a nice spirit. And you obviously spend a lot of time, little bit of time with your frat and a lot of time sort of lifting and things like that. So do you see your frat brothers sort of picking up on your lifting schedule and things like that? Or are they already lifters?
My big, do you know what bigs are?
No, I don't.
So big is kind of when you go through a process, you kind of get like a big brother. You get a big and the big gets a little. So I got my big. He's a big power lifter. He His name's Drummer. He's the strongest kid I ever know. Like we were a perfect match for each other. So he lifts a lot. A lot of the guys like lifting, but the new guys this semester actually come with me at 5:30 or 6:30 in the morning. They all love it.
Okay.
They like coming with me.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
So you're changing your frat brothers' schedules essentially.
Yeah, I'm one of those guys that like, get your ass to the gym like today.
Oh, nice.
Like I don't know, like it's just good for everybody.
I hear
Gym's
you.
always good for everybody.
I think here's a plan. I think once you become the president, you should like put up this schedule where everybody gets up at like 5:15 and goes to the gym at 5:45. You should do that.
I would. The brothers would probably hate me, but I wouldn't mind mandatory all brother mandatory lifting.
They could
stuff.
hate you, but their kids won't.
Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
But nah, we have mandatory study hours, so I wouldn't mind having mandatory workout hours either.
That'll be really cool, dude. That'll be really cool. Dude, I love this. I love your personality. I love
Thanks.
the way you sort of have multiple things going on your sort of resume. Running a business is not easy, but I think being a lifter is not just something that you sort of you're a lifter, you have all the discipline for a lift, and that's it. It doesn't end there, right?
Yeah.
I feel like it sort of spills over to other domains in your life, and that's what I really like. Which is why I kind of have been having these conversations with people who have absolute amazing lifting regimens and things like that. Dude, I love that. Thanks for coming aboard.
Oh, dude, I had a blast today.
Nice
yeah, thank you so much.
Yep, for sure. And I hope to see you again.
Yeah, me too.
Yep, thank you for coming and have a good one.